Imagine your body contains a sophisticated, high-performance water filtration system tucked away in the lower back, working silently every second of every day. This system, your kidneys, is responsible for processing nearly 200 quarts of blood every 24 hours to sift out waste and extra water. You likely never think about this filtration process until something goes wrong. Most people treat their kidneys like an appliance that never needs maintenance, but the reality is that your kidneys are living tissues that can become fatigued, overloaded, and physically scarred by the demands of modern life. When your kidneys are struggling, they do not scream for your attention with sharp pains or dramatic signals. Instead, they communicate through whispering damage. This whispering manifests as a subtle, persistent fatigue that caffeine cannot fix, a slight puffiness around the eyes when you wake up, or a strange swelling in your ankles by the end of a long day. If you ignore these whispers, the damage deepens quietly. The common reaction to feeling sluggish or toxic is to reach for a trendy detox tea, a harsh herbal cleanse, or a restrictive juice fast. However, these aggressive methods often do more harm than good. A sudden influx of diuretic herbs or concentrated plant compounds can force the kidneys to work even harder to process these foreign substances, essentially punishing an organ that is already crying out for rest. Your kidneys do not need a violent flush. They need targeted nutritional support that addresses the biological mechanisms of filtration, inflammation, and cellular repair. To truly heal and detoxify your renal system, you must understand the 3 specific vitamins that act as the architectural support for kidney health. These are not mere supplements. They are essential biological keys that unlock the body's natural ability to remove toxins and repair microscopic damage. By focusing on omega-3 fatty acids, the vitamin B complex, and vitamin D, you can transition from a state of whispering damage to a state of vibrant renal resilience. The first pillar of kidney restoration is the group of essential fats known as omega-3 fatty acids, specifically the long-chain versions known as EPA and DHA. While most people associate fish oil with heart health or brain function, its role in the kidney is perhaps even more critical. To understand why, we must look at the primary enemy of renal function: chronic, low-grade inflammation. Think of inflammation as a slow-moving fire inside the delicate plumbing of your kidneys. Your kidneys are made of millions of tiny filtering units called nephrons. Each nephron contains a cluster of microscopic blood vessels known as a glomerulus. When the body is in a state of constant inflammation due to a diet high in processed sugars, seed oils, and environmental toxins, these tiny blood vessels become stiff, narrow, and damaged. This is where omega-3s intervene. These fatty acids act as the body's internal fire department. They are the precursors to specialized molecules called resolvins and protectins, which literally signal the immune system to stop the inflammatory process and begin the cleanup of damaged tissue. Research published in the Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology has highlighted that higher levels of omega-3s in the blood are associated with a significantly lower risk of developing chronic kidney disease. This protection occurs because omega-3s improve the flexibility of the blood vessels, allowing for smoother blood flow into the filtration centers. When blood flows easily, the kidneys do not have to exert as much pressure to get the job done. This relationship is vital because high blood pressure is one of the leading causes of kidney failure. By naturally supporting healthy blood pressure and reducing the fire of inflammation, omega-3s create a calm environment where the kidneys can focus on flushing out metabolic waste rather than fighting off immune system attacks. If you are looking to supplement, the quality and ratio are everything. You should aim for a combined EPA and DHA dose of roughly 1,000 milligrams daily, but you must ensure the oil is molecularly distilled to remove heavy metals like mercury or lead, which would only add to the kidney's toxic burden. If you prefer whole foods, look toward wild-caught salmon, sardines, and mackerel. For those on a plant-based path, while flax and chia seeds provide ALA, The body's conversion rate to EPA and DHA is quite low, making an algae-based supplement a superior choice for direct kidney support. The second essential intervention for renal detox is the vitamin B complex. This group of 8 water-soluble vitamins is often overlooked in the context of detoxification, yet they are the fuel that powers the kidney's cellular machinery. Your kidneys are among the most metabolically active organs in the body, meaning they require a massive amount of cellular energy, or ATP, to pump ions and filter waste against concentration gradients. B vitamins, particularly B1, B2, B3, and B5, are the cofactors required for the mitochondria inside your kidney cells to produce this energy. If your B vitamin levels are low, it is like trying to run a citywide water treatment plant on a single backup generator. The filtration becomes sluggish, and toxins begin to back up into the bloodstream, leading to that characteristic brain fog and heavy limb sensation associated with kidney fatigue. However, the most profound role of the B complex lies in the regulation of a specific molecule called homocysteine. High levels of homocysteine in the blood act like sandpaper on the inside of your arteries and the delicate vessels of the kidneys. When homocysteine levels rise, the risk of vascular scarring and kidney dysfunction skyrockets. This is where vitamins B6, B9, and B12 become the heroes of the story. These 3 vitamins work in a cycle to convert harmful homocysteine back into beneficial amino acids like methionine. By keeping homocysteine in check, the B complex prevents the sandpaper effect, ensuring that the kidney's filtration membranes remain smooth and intact. Furthermore, B vitamins are water-soluble, which is a double-edged sword. While it makes them very safe because the body can easily excrete any excess, it also means that people with suboptimal kidney function often lose these vitamins more rapidly through their urine. This creates a vicious cycle where the kidneys need more B vitamins to function, but their inefficiency causes them to lose the very nutrients they require. Supplementing with a high-quality B complex that utilizes methylated forms of folate and B12 is the best way to ensure your body can actually use the nutrients. Methylated forms do not require the liver to perform extra conversion steps, which is crucial when your system is already feeling overloaded. You can also find these nutrients in abundance in nutritional yeast, organic eggs, leafy greens, and legumes. By restoring these levels, you provide the electrical power and the chemical protection your kidneys need to process the daily load of toxins without becoming exhausted. The third, and perhaps most complex vitamin in the renal healing trio is vitamin D. While we often call it a vitamin, it actually functions more like a master hormone that controls hundreds of different processes in the body. The relationship between vitamin D and the kidneys is unique because it is a two-way street. Your kidneys are the primary site where inactive vitamin D is converted into its active form, known as calcitriol. This means that if your kidneys are tired or damaged, your vitamin D levels will naturally plummet, regardless of how much time you spend in the sun. This drop in vitamin D triggers a dangerous cascade. Your body loses its ability to regulate calcium and phosphorus correctly. When these minerals fall out of balance, they can actually begin to deposit in the soft tissues of the kidneys themselves, leading to calcification or hardening of the organ. This is a primary driver of long-term kidney decline. By maintaining optimal vitamin D levels, you ensure that the calcium traffic cop is on duty, keeping minerals in your bones and out of your renal filters. Beyond mineral balance, vitamin D is a potent modulator of the renin-angiotensin system, which is the body's primary mechanism for controlling blood pressure. Overactive renin leads to constricted blood vessels and high pressure within the kidney's filtration units, which causes physical tearing of the membranes over time. Vitamin D acts as a natural brake on this system, keeping the pressure low and the filtration gentle. Recent clinical studies have suggested that vitamin D deficiency is nearly universal among those with declining renal function, and correcting this deficiency can significantly slow the progression of kidney stress. However, because vitamin D is fat-soluble and influences calcium so strongly, you must approach it with more precision than the other vitamins. It is essential to have your blood levels tested. The goal for kidney support is typically a level between 50 and 70 nanograms per milliliter. Taking too much vitamin D without checking your levels can lead to hypercalcemia, which can actually cause kidney stones or further damage. Most experts recommend pairing vitamin D3 with vitamin K2, as K2 ensures that the calcium mobilized by vitamin D is directed into the bones and teeth rather than the arteries and kidneys. When you combine these three interventions, the anti-inflammatory power of omega-3s, the energy-producing and homocysteine-lowering effects of the B complex, and the mineral-regulating authority of vitamin D, you create a synergistic protocol that addresses the root causes of kidney fatigue. You are not just flushing the system with water, you are repairing the filter itself. You are giving the cells the energy they need to work, the fatty acids they need to stay flexible and calm, and the hormonal signals they need to maintain structural integrity. This approach respects the complexity of the renal system. It acknowledges that detoxification is not an event, but a continuous biological process that requires specific raw materials. To maximize these benefits, you must also look at the environmental factors that either help or hinder these vitamins. Hydration is the most obvious partner. Without enough water, even the best vitamins cannot help move toxins out of the body. Aim for consistent intake rather than drinking large amounts all at once, which can actually stress the kidneys. Furthermore, reducing your intake of sodium and refined sugars will lower the workload on your renal filters, allowing the vitamins to focus on repair rather than just damage control. Pay attention to your body's signals. If you start this protocol and notice your energy levels stabilizing, the puffiness in your face receding, and your mental clarity returning, these are signs that your kidneys are finally getting the support they have been whispering for. Healing the kidneys is a journey of patience and biological respect. These organs are incredibly resilient, but they are not invincible. By moving away from the myth of the quick detox and toward a foundation of scientifically backed nutritional support, you are investing in your long-term vitality. Your kidneys work tirelessly to keep your internal environment clean and stable. It is only fair that you provide them with the essential vitamins they need to do their job at the highest level. Protect your filters, and they will protect you.